Hello and welcome to my first impressions video of H1Z1. So, on the evening that this game came out, I tried to play it for about 4 hours without success. I wanted to make a video for all the people that were maybe thinking of buying it, but I wasn't able to do that because the servers were completely overloaded. So the next morning, and this is the footage that you're seeing from the session, I fired up the game and I thought, well, just gonna go try it, see what it's like, record some stuff. So I have around 8 minutes of footage recorded for you, and I'll just tell you my story so far of H1Z1 and what I think about the game and whether you should buy it. So as you can see here, this is what I first saw when I spawned in. So I spawned in this sort of slightly forest area by a river, sort of rainy weather but quite sunny at the same time. As you can see, the shading on the sun and the trees is pretty much non-existent. The overall graphical fidelity of the game reminds me of a game from 2007, but that's not something that should discourage you because this is obviously an early access game. So unlike, for example, DayZ, where you spawn in and sometimes you don't see any signs of civilization for a good half hour, here I saw a bridge straight away, so I was like, yep, go towards the bridge. As you can see, there might be a few stuttery moments in the recording. For some reason, DX3 doesn't always like recording H1Z1. I'm probably because it's not full compatibility, I'm not exactly sure, but overall I was running the game non-recording on ultra at around 50 to 60 FPS. Now I'm playing it at 1440p with the NVIDIA 780 Ti, so that's expected. You wouldn't think you'd get 20 frames, 30 frames, which is normally what I get in DayZ at full settings. So, however, that game does look quite a lot better because it's been in development for a lot longer. So here I meet someone. They're not really doing anything, so I just sort of leave them, keep going, and find a police car. And I think, oh sweet, I can take it for a drive. Something I've always wanted to do in DayZ, which I could never do. So I think, okay, I'll enter it, see what happens. So I do, and at this very point, in a few seconds now, the game crashes on me. So that's my first crash. And then I respawn at the same server, for some reason, an entirely different location in the woods. And I'm running along the woods looking for any forms of whatever I can find, a road, a building, nothing. So I spend quite a lot of time in here, just sort of running, which did remind me of DayZ quite a bit actually. And you can see here some graphical bugs. It's lighting up the ground beneath my legs. It's almost like I'm having a torch out when I'm not. So obviously there's always going to be graphical issues in an early access game, and if you want to see a perfectly polished well looking game, do not buy this at all costs, for now at least. So after not being able to find anything in these woods, I was about to give up when, guess what, game crashed again. So that's the second time now, and it's going to come any second, and boom, crashes at that point. It's not a respawn. For some reason respawned at the location that I was at the police car again, and I sort of walked up. This is for the first time found someone with like a weapon, so he had a bow. The guy had a bow on him. He just sort of seemed to be aiming it, and then he left in the middle of, or the game crashed, I don't know what, so that's quite buggy too. And then along the road here I find a warehouse looking for loot, but I didn't find any loot in either of the warehouses on either side of the road. So I don't know what's up with that, but you'd imagine that you'd at least find like a can or like an apple, of something, but not here for some reason. And obviously the game still has your usual, energy, thirst, hunger mechanics, and you have to eat and drink at some point. It does take quite a while for you to become thirsty or hungry, but it will eventually happen. Of my approximately 45 minutes of gameplay, I didn't become thirsty, however, towards the very end, and my energy was very low from sprinting, which I guess makes it easier for the new player to go and find something to eat or drink. So here I come and find a map. Now I'm not really sure what this means, but I don't know if this is the full map of H1Z1. I haven't researched anything. I just wanted to start, new and not knowing anything about the game. But the "not safe" in big red letters is fairly terrifying. So further down the road, I find this sort of facility, which didn't seem very safe to me at all. And I go inside and I see all this green liquid on the ground. I think, well, probably shouldn't go into that. And as you can see, the lighting in the cave is still very primitive, which can be expected. So then I did actually meet a few people around here, and none of them seemed to attack me, because I guess they just think, well, he must have nothing on him, which is the case. As I said, the only person I've met that had anything on him that I could see, like a weapon, was the guy with the bow. So again, I'm trying to find loot in these warehouses, and I'm unable to find anything at all. Again, you can see the textures in some of those warehouses. Very simple. The music can be quite terrifying, actually, especially if you're playing alone. You don't know what's going to jump out at you. I have only seen one zombie, though. I mean, given that I haven't been in many towns yet, I've only been in one, and I tried to attack him, but then my game crashed, so that was my third crash, I believe. So here you see I'm searching trucks for anything, wrecked trucks, and I can't find anything in them. Then later on, this is what the sunset looks like. It's actually not that bad looking. As you can see, I'm looking for loot in other trucks, can't find anything. And this is coming towards the end of my play session. So, as you can see, that's so far my experience in H1Z1, and well, the big question, I guess, is should you pick it up? It's £15 in the UK, I believe $20 in the US. I would say no, don't buy it. Wait at least a couple of months until it gets developed further. Early access is not something that you really I don't think you want to get yourself into unless you really know what it's going to be. If you really do want to try it, go ahead and buy it. But if you're playing DayZ or games like The Forest with your friend, which is this kind of theme, I say keep playing those, wait, look at more YouTube videos, check out the game, read some reviews of people playing it, and then decide if you want it. For now, hold off. There's too many bugs and glitches. I didn't have a lot to do, so yeah, that's so far been my opinion on the game, and I hope you enjoy the video. I'll go back and play more and see if I can get any more usable footage from the game. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.